Right. Now, the most important thing probably about Tjwc is the fact that it's developing your feelings and you're changing. You're learning to respond to situations that are there. There I can't hit, now I can.
Yeah.
Why? Because I subtly changed my energy. Because from there I can't hit, but if I bring my elbow in I can.
Yeah.
I'm changing, I'm floating. I close my eyes again. Now when my hands just float in, where there's gaps. If there's not a gap, I can't make it. I'll wait until there is a gap. I'll create gaps.
Yeah, by my mistakes.
Of course, because that's what I'm doing. I'm creating tensions in you that you don't particularly want to do. I feel different positions. I can control your arms in certain ways. How do I do it? Experience. So I'm talking about the other day. I control the arm. Punch. You can't. I can hit you. I can use that. I can move you. I'm concentrating on your elbows. If I push on your elbow, it affects your body. If I pull on your elbow, it affects your body. I understand that. Moving around, doing things, shifting, changing. It's how you feel, it's how you change. Every single time, what I'm doing, Tjwc, every single time I'm rolling, I'm looking. I'm not going, that's not the way I do Tjwc.
Looking to feel.
Every day I can do, or whatever. I can look into it, it's a technique. But I don't do that. You're looking at ways of balancing knowledge and experience to change the world. Every single time you roll, your rolling experience is something that gives you experience to roll. You should then be able to do something from it. You're not just looking to do it, you're not just doing it for the sake of rolling. You're doing it to develop from. The idea of releasing the hand when it's free. So as soon as the space, your hand is coming up. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be into a striking position. It could be this idea from there that you may actually have to, it's a reaction to a situation, which we've been through before. So it might be if your distance comes in, the punch comes out, the hand goes into a position, you're reacting to something.
Yeah.
You're covering that position. So what we're actually talking about, so if a punch comes out, I can stop it.
Yeah. It's not just going through the centre.
Exactly. It's a different thing. If we're actually looking at the position, if I've got time enough to do it and a punch comes in and I'm out and then I've created a gap, then I can just fire straight through it. Because the first technique wasn't used, the hand's in a position and then can fire out. It's a freeing of the hand. If I'm actually into a position where actually I do the technique, then the hand is released in a different way. The hand is released as part of the technique, which is slightly different. It's a bit like if I do a lap, there's not a gap there. If I pull down further, no, there is a gap there. There isn't. So from this point of view, there is a gap. Now this hand, but the other thing you've got to concern yourself with is not just striking straight out. There's also a control factor in it.
Controlling at the same time.
Yes. So when you're in your Tjwc, it's not just a matter of if I do that, if that hand disappears, striking straight out, because it depends upon what the hand's doing.
And the other hand, you've got the other hand as well.
Yeah. So I could be coming around this way.
Aye.
So if your hand is just released by that, that's what you should be doing, because the hand can be coming around quite strong.
Like one-on-one contact. Aye.
Yeah, that's it. Because what you're going for, you just go straight to hit,
Aye.
but it wouldn't actually be quick enough. So this balance of what the words say, when the hand is released, strike out, is okay in most instances. But at Tjwc, at a high level, you have to look at it in a different viewpoint.
Yeah.
Therefore, I have to look at it quite deeply and say you can only release the hand when you've got a control. If you've got a gap with the arms control, now we're looking into going back to the 3 C's of like cover, control, contract. So once your hand's actually sort of got a position in it, then it can strike out safely. Otherwise, you're always just going to get, there's a gap, I can go for it, you go for it.
You're not going to be worrying about any cover, any safety.
That's it. So again, it's the balance of safety. I think you're much better off with more safety, because it doesn't take that much more time. Once you develop
that situation,
it's always this idea that what's the classic one that I normally show? If we go into sort of like say a lab, actually the lab pack. The lab cell is iffy because the other hand can come straight out at the same time. So the difference in between a punch comes out of that and that is not very much. What does the lap pack achieve? It gives you more cover either that way, or if your hand's more on line, I can actually come in this way.
Yeah, you've got some cover, it's not a space.
It depends on from our then it's another follow-up technique.
Yeah.
In reality, how would I be using it? In reality, if somebody's coming into punches and I've like blocked on from it, now I've got the choice of either that's that one or with the other lap I've gone, whichever way. Technique, the terminology is not important. Look at two extremes. Who is it that you're somebody who wants to hit me. Experience-wise, you've got two extremes. You've got somebody who knows nothing, punch comes in, and you could go bang, you could hit them.
Yeah, contact.
Punch comes in automatic. In that time, you're not going to be good enough to stop it, right? So the person who knows nothing, or who knows very little, is going to get hit. You would get hit with the lap without really worrying you, but you'd also catch them with that because the time difference is minimal. The only difference that you're talking about is somebody at a higher level. Somebody who might have the reaction speed that's different. So if I try that and and that, the person who is only likely to be able to use that type of extra time is somebody who is highly proficient at fighting. And those are the ones, who you need the extra protection from. Because if you just sort of go boom straight off of that hand's going to come flying out. That hand's going to be coming out at speed. That's it. And if you do that, you're going to have to be very hard pushed to actually get any protection of as that. Because you're going to have to respond to that, and you're going to be in difficulty actually doing it. Whereas you cut the possibility of that out by doing that. That's it. There's a space there. There is a gap, but my hand doesn't fly out. It's different. I'm looking for more cover, so I'm looking at techniques that allow my hand to be free. And as soon as I've got a cover, I've got a safe position and my hand's free, and it flies out. That's very important.
Otherwise you'd just be taking a risk. They'd be
taking
the same risk.
That's it. So in your Tjwc, I mean, if we go to this idea, if there's a gap, then you can fly it, and you can, you can just start